fear inside myself and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape these games I've been locked in for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground.
We're live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the home of the WWE 2K25 season finale, which was WrestleMania. And now it is time for WCW NITRO. We have 2 championship matches plus more on a great episode ahead.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the WCW Hardcore Championship.
All right, guys, the first match of the episode is none other than the Maverick Logan Paul versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WCW Hardcore Championship. That man, Logan Paul, the Maverick himself, said on the Monday before Starrcade that he wanted the winner of Karrion Kross versus Shinsuke. And here we are. Logan Paul versus Nakamura is happening very soon. But will the Maverick Logan Paul defeat Shinsuke Nakamura for the title? It would be a short reign for Nakamura. But let's see the champion now. And there is the newly crowned hardcore champion, the king of strong style, Shinsuke Nakamura. And this crowd is loving this man. This man had an incredible win over Karrion Kross at Starrcade. If you missed it, make sure to check it out. It will be at the end card of this video. But who will get the win here in this banger title match for the hardcore title? Will it be the champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, retaining, or will it be the Maverick Logan Paul? Sit down, eat some popcorn, relax. It's time to start the first match of the episode.
Introducing the challenger from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 205 pounds, Logan Paul.
The challenger is ready as always.
And his opponent from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 220 pounds, the WCW Hardcore Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura.
The champion is ready as well. All right, Nakamura handing the belt over to our official here in this match. And now she is walking over to show Logan Paul what he can possibly win. But let's get this match underway. All right, the bell has been rung, and here we go. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Logan Paul for the WCW Hardcore Championship. And look at Shinsuke Nakamura pushing back Logan Paul into that corner, and Logan Paul saying, "Back off, my friend." And now they're going at it once again with this chain wrestling. And now Nakamura going from behind, trying to do something to the midsection of Paul. And now look at Logan Paul fighting out of it. Counters to go his way. What are we going to see here now? Possibly from Logan. Nakamura trying to grab something to get this hold broken up. But Logan Paul has a tight grip on it. But look at Nakamura. Counters and now has his bicep choking out the Maverick. Logan Paul panicking, trying to get underneath this or something. Trying to get some air. And you guys can see the face on him. He is struggling. But he gets out of it now. Applying pressure to Nakamura. Going from the back. You got the arm lock. Or the arm tightly locked. Excuse me. And now the Maverick Logan Paul. I don't know what he's trying to do here. Oh, he's going for the legs. And he takes down Nakamura. And now an Irish whip counter from Shinsuke. Shinsuke with an Irish whip of his own. Off the ropes went Paul, and now Paul is in a bad predicament because the champion is on a roll right now. Kick to the back of the spine. And now Nakamura getting fired up. He had this energy when he defeated Karrion Kross at Starrcade, so he can defeat the Maverick Logan Paul, and now he's throwing him down, gets the best of him. And now in the corner we go, face first into the turnbuckle goes Logan, and Shinsuke flips him around, now with a big shot to the spine and the lower back, and he does that twice, and now going for the legs. Counter from Paul and a lariat there from our champion. Logan in trouble. Kick to the thigh from Shinsuke. Logan Paul, former hardcore champion back in 2K24 Universe mode, trying to grab it for the first time this season. We will see if that happens here tonight. And now Shinsuke and Logan Paul both get some air, and now they are going at it once again. And now Shinsuke puts Paul on that rope, as you can see. And a big knee there from Shinsuke Nakamura. And Nakamura now, look at this, to the challenger. Oh my God, down goes Paul. And Paul is in trouble, guys. I can just see it on his face, because when Shinsuke Nakamura is red hot like he is right now, he will not lose. Fireman scary position. Counter from Paul with some elbows to the face of the champ. Punch to the gut, collar and elbow tie up. And now, what is this? Oh, he was using the ropes to his advantage there. That's vintage Logan Paul. And now a stomp to the face of the champion. Getting him back up now. Staring him down, and wow, what a clothesline that was. Turning Shinsuke inside out. And Paul with an incredible move there. Getting a nice aerial shot now of the action. And here comes the champion, and here comes the challenger. Paul going to the top rope now. Looking for a top rope attack, telling Shinsuke to get his ass up. Paul diving cross body and takes down the champion. This is what Logan Paul needs to do to win this match. He's on the top rope. Frog splash counter. That was the finishing maneuver of Paul. And that bites him in the ass. And look at this. The champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Kick to the gut. Kinshasa from Shinsuke. Will the champion retain here on episode 11? 1. Kick out at 1. That was the finisher of Shinsuke Nakamura, and the Maverick Logan Paul kicks out at 1. And look at Nakamura telling Logan Paul to bring it on. Are we going to see a second Kinshasa eventually? I don't know. But look at this. Working on the arm is the champion. Paul in trouble once again. We know Shinsuke has had Logan Paul's number this whole time in the submission game. But we'll see if that stands true throughout the whole match. And now Shinsuke telling Logan to get up. And a diving axe handle from the champion. Paul now. What a combo that was. And it looks like Logan Paul has the momentum right now with another punch, a second one. And now repeated punches to the gut. And now a shot to the face. And now here's some kicks from the Maverick. And now a final one right to the side of the head. And a springboard cross, or a springboard moonsault, my apologies, into a cover. Well, we have a new champion. Kick out at 1 is Nakamura. Logan turning Shinsuke to the other side. And now staring him down. What's going to happen next? A lariat there from Logan Paul. Logan Paul now going to the top rope, as you guys can see. And now, oh my God, he misses the splash once again. And Nakamura looking maybe for another Kinshasa. But these two men exchanging blows. Look at this. Chop from Paul. Punch from Shinsuke. And these two men do not want to lose. Who will walk out of WCW Nitro as our hardcore champion? Will it be the current champion, Shinsuke Nakamura? Or will it be Logan Paul? And it looks like Paul might have it in the bag. He won the best of the trading blows exchange. And here he is with some more kicks to the chest of Nakamura. And look at this. Paul might be looking for a buckshot lariat. No, he does not. He wanted to go high, and he misses the mark. Shinsuke now gets him up. Looking for something here. Taking him into the corner, I think. Yep, taking Logan Paul into the corner. Looking for something. A nice little scoops power slam there. And Shinsuke to the second rope. Telling Logan Paul to bring it on. And Nakamura with the big kick to the chest. That was kind of like a second rope Kinshasa. I don't know if that was the goal, but the cover from Shinsuke. Kick out at 2. What a first match this has been. And guys, we still have 3 more matches after this, so do not go anywhere in the episode. And if you do go somewhere, make sure to come back and watch this later on when you have the time. We are on the road to the next pay-per-view, which is Money in the Bank, so make sure you guys are there. It's going to happen in 4 weeks' time, and that is our first ever joint pay-per-view of the season, so we'll see what happens there. But we are going to be focusing on this match because that is still a long time away. And Nakamura, second rope double axe handle, plants Paul, and Paul might be cooked, everybody. Ace Army, Kinshasa from Nakamura into a cover. 1, 2, 3. The champion retains.
Here is your winner, and still the WCW Hardcore Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura.
What a great win for Shinsuke Nakamura to retain his title. All right, everybody, our next match here on WCW Nitro. You guys can see the graphic on the screen now. We have Trish Stratus versus Liv Morgan.
Making her way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Trish Stratus.
I didn't mean to speak over Mike Rome there, but Trish Stratus taking on Liv Morgan here. Liv Morgan wanted a shot here in Universe mode this season, but then she got suspended, and then it was just a weird thing. But will she defeat the Hall of Famer Trish Stratus? I don't know. It's going to be tough.
Your opponent from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
And speaking of the devil, there she is. There is Liv Morgan. And guys, let's start this women's contest here on episode 11 of the WWE 2K25 Universe Mode season. Well, here we go. Stratus and Morgan going at it. Never mind. Excuse me. I was going to say something, but disregard that thought. But Liv Morgan is a former SmackDown Live Women's Champion dating back to 2K24 Universe Mode. If you watched that last season, it was an incredible season, and we're just getting better here in 2K25. I apologize for the time off. It's just because college was busy and everything else was busy, but I'm going to try to be back on a consistent basis for you guys the whole summer. So from June in real life all the way to end of August. So we'll see if that stays true. If you want to see any updates regarding the channel, make sure to follow the X link in the description underneath the link tree, and check the YouTube post because I do post updates on there now. I figure that's a good way to reach some of you. So just keep that in mind. But Morgan now taking it to Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus, a veteran in our business and a Hall of Famer in her own right. And will Liv Morgan knock off the Hall of Famer in this second match? And what a drop kick that was. Impressive. Now Trish using her veteran expertise, and what a kick that was into a cover. Now Morgan might be in trouble. Kick out at 1. She looked like she died there. Did you guys see that? I thought she wasn't kicking out. And a nice elbow there from Stratus. Trish with a nice stomp. Kick to the spine. Another kick there, and Trish Stratus with a kick to the chest now. And now Stratus getting the crowd on their feet and telling Liv Morgan to bring it on. What do you got? And now both women calling elbow tie up once again. And on the ropes now, our official trying to break it up. And he does. And now Liv Morgan with the cheap shot to finish that off. And both of these women, both going for the chain wrestling, collar and elbow tie-up. And now Morgan has Trish Stratus in an elbow. And now Stratus trying to push it in her own direction. She might have it. I have no clue who's going to get the best of this. And it's going to be Stratus. Into a cover. 1. Kick out at 1. Kick to the back from Trish Stratus. Stratus going to the top rope. And a diving elbow drop there from the Hall of Famer. Stomp to a grounded Morgan. How about another one? Stratus, calling elbow tie up. Putting her on the ropes now. And look at this. Liv Morgan tossed to the outside. This is Trish Stratus, ladies and gentlemen. A big kick there through the ropes to Liv Morgan. And Trish Stratus looks like she's in her prime once again. Trish to the top rope. Telling Liv Morgan to bring it on. And look at that top rope move. Man, Trish is moving like she's like 25. God damn. Cover. Kick out at 1. Morgan finally gets a counter and a double knee face buster, planting the Hall of Famer down. And now Morgan looking to end Trish Stratus. Oblivion. Standing Oblivion, that is. And looking to pin Trish Stratus, I suppose, and I am guessing. Yep, she goes for the pin here. Will that be enough to put Trish away? It is not. Kick out at 2. And what does Morgan have to do to put away Trish? I don't know. We'll see. But look at this. What a maneuver. Okay, I thought it was going to be a submission. That's why I tried to get closer to the action. But what a maneuver that was from Liv Morgan. And now Morgan to the second rope. Double axe handle to a grounded Stratus. And now a shot to the back of the neck. And Liv Morgan getting a lot of boos off the ropes. And a big kick to the side of the face. And Stratus using the corner to get up and get some fresh air. But Morgan not letting anything happen. Turning Stratus. Nope. Stratus countered that. And look at Trish coming from the back. And look, here she goes again, running, setting up something big, and a big knee to the side. Trish might have this in the bag if she can land some big move here. Into the corner we go. This might be the big move I was just talking about. Stratus off the top rope, busting Liv Morgan open. And look at this. Stratus, the Trish kick. And that might be it. 1, 2, kick out at 2 from Morgan. Wow, I definitely thought that was going to be it. And Stratus still in the offense. The crowd chanting women's wrestling, and I have to agree, guys. This is peak women's wrestling. And now look at Stratus. Okay, that has to be it. There's no way Morgan's kicking out. 1, 2, 3. Trish Stratus is your winner.
Here is your winner, Trish Stratus.
What a great performance by Trish Stratus. Well, let's go see and hear from the WCW Women's Champion, Jade Cargill. Well, it is fitting that we are in the home of the Philadelphia Eagles because that woman, Jade Cargill, won that title at WrestleMania to conclude the WWE 2K24 season, but now she is here for the first time in the 2K25 season. So let's see what the WCW Women's Champion Jade Cargill has to say. And I'm not going to lie to you, she's looking great. The new title is looking great. So let's see what the Storm has to say here live in the home city of brotherly love. You are looking at pure greatness. If you guys don't know who I am Jade Cargill, your WCW Women's Champion. And at Money in the Bank in a couple short weeks, I'm calling out anybody to challenge the Storm because the Storm is coming and you're going to lose because you can't beat me for my WCW Women's title. So I'll see you soon, I suppose. It is the whole effing show. It's Rob Van Dam.
It's scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 235 pounds, Rob Van Dam.
You guys can look at the graphic now. It is Rob Van Dam versus the former WCW Hardcore Champion, Karrion Kross, in a WrestleMania rematch from the end of 2K24. You guys might recall that Karrion Kross took the IC title from RVD to become the new IC champion, which turned into the Hardcore Champion. Let's speak of Killer Kross. Let's see him now.
And his opponent from Sin City, weighing in at 265 pounds, Karrion Kross.
Coming out all by himself with no Scarlet to be seen is Karrion Kross. Killer Karrion Kross is back. We know he hasn't been called that really at all this season until now, but let's see Karrion Kross versus Rob Van Dam in a rematch from WWE 2K24's WrestleMania. All right, guys, Karrion Kross and Rob Van Dam are about to start their match, and look at this. Kross pushing RVD into Charles Robinson, and these two are going at it. RVD with a punch to Kross, and these two are starting this match outside the ring. And look at the former Hardcore Champion. He is pissed off. Kross now picking up RVD here on the outside. RVD with a counter. And now a nice kick, and look at this combo from the whole effing show, Mr. Monday Night. Kick to the back of the leg from Kross. Rob Van Dam now with a drop kick to the spine in the back area of Karrion. And guys, this match is going to be good. These two are some of the best in the mid-card division. Former Hardcore Champion in Karrion Kross and a former Intercontinental Champion in Rob Van Dam. These two men go way back, dating all the way back to WWE 2K24 Universe Mode. You guys might recall that at WrestleMania, these two men competed for the Intercontinental title. We saw Kross ended up winning that match, and that is what got Kross the Hardcore Championship to start off the season. And it is great to see Charles Robinson in his first ever match officiating for WCW, I believe, as well. So let's see who gets the win here between these two old rivals going at it here on the orange brand compared to Friday nights like last season. And Rob Van Dam with the beautiful springboard to Kross, and now dragging him to the center of the ring. Might be looking for a cover here, but Kross with the lariat flattens Mr. 420, and now a knee to the side of the face, and Kross all by his lonesome. Surprised Scarlett is not here, but Kross wanted to go to town on RVD by himself. And look at this, Karrion Kross planning Rob Van Dam down. Will that be it? 1, 2, kick out at 2 from RVD. And now Kross with some shots to Van Dam's face, and he's going at it with some elbows now. Karrion Kross is a man possessed ever since he lost the Hardcore title, to Shinsuke Nakamura this past Sunday at Starrcade, where we saw the current champion retain his title against none other than the man himself, known as... Why am I blanking? Shinsuke Nakamura just... Bro, I am blanking. I don't remember or forget why I forget his name. Logan Paul. You know why I was forgetting it? Because he's a nobody. I was just testing you guys and see if you remember. And Kross with an incredible powerbomb there, trying to get back in that title scene. So we'll see if he gets the win here. And now look at this. Van Dam trying to escape, and he kicks the leg in the knee of Kross. That's what you got to do to the bigger man. You got to do this, and look at the strength of Van Dam planning down Killer Kross. And now rolling thunder from Van Dam into a cover on the former champ. 2, kick out at 2. And guys, stick around for our main event happening next. which is Pretty Deadly versus the Street Profits for the WCW Tag Team titles, and a 5-star frog splash from Van Dam. 1, 2, 3. RVD gets the win.
Here's your winner, Rob Van Dam.
Great win for RVD, but before we get down to the main event, we have another promo coming up. So let's see who's going to speak on this episode of Nitro. It is about time that the Aussie icon is here on WCW Nitro. I'm back on Mondays. And with that being said, next Monday I'm returning to action. And it's going to be good. So make sure you see my series and season debut, because nobody will mess with Grayson Waller. I don't care if you're big, small, or in between, because I'm going to beat you no matter what. So I'll see you on next week's episode of WCW Nitro. And I'll be on top, winning the match, of course, because I'm the Aussie icon. All right, guys, here we go. It's main event time. You guys can see the graphic. Pretty Deadly versus the Street Profits for the WCW Tag Team titles. Elton Prince and Kit Wilson making their way down to the ring. They earned this #1 contendership this past Sunday at Starrcade, where they defeated the team known as We Don't Miss, which is Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. But will Pretty Deadly become WCW Tag Team Champions here in the main event of episode number 11? But speaking of champions, let's see the champions now. And there are your WCW Tag Team Champions, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. Two of the best on the Nitro brand. They were great on SmackDown Live last season, but here they are on Monday nights. And will they retain their WCW Tag Team Championships here? And if you recall, they were in the main event, or not the main event of WrestleMania. They were in WrestleMania against the Glorious A-Listers, where Robert Roode and The Miz did end up winning that match, but Robert Roode retired on a victory, so that is why nobody was champion. So that's how Angelo and Montez got the belts. But guys, let's start this main event match. Montez and Angelo are ready. You guys can see the look on them, and here we go.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the WCW World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 357 pounds, Elton Prince and Kit Wilson, Pretty Deadly.
Pretty Deadly are ready.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 492 pounds, the WCW World Tag Team Champions, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits.
The Street Profits are ready as well. Well, here we go. Main event time. And who will walk out as champion? All right, here we go. Montez Ford with an Irish whip against Elton Prince. And here we go. I'm excited for this match. This episode has been championship galore. And look at that tag team maneuver there from the Profits. Angelo Dawkins now slamming the head of Elton into the canvas. And now going for some shots to the face. And look at that. Inflicting pain, trying to retain his titles. And now trying to snap the neck in half, possibly. And guys, make sure to subscribe if you are new. Join the Ace Army. I upload every Monday and Friday, or at least try to. And that's always Universe Mode content. And then I sometimes upload Wednesdays, which is a variety of content. I don't know what I'm going to be doing this summer, but I know for sure this Wednesday I will have an AEW trading card unboxing So make sure you subscribe so you do not miss that. And Elton Prince got busted open. I don't know if I mentioned it, but a nice springboard splash there from one of the best high flyers on the Nitro brand in Montez Ford. Only a kick out at 1, but it was impressive. Collar and elbow tie up, Irish whip back into the champion's corner. Counter there from Elton. Elton now, look at this, lariat to the back of the head from one half of Pretty Deadly. And now here comes Kit Wilson. The challengers are trying to become champions, and the champions are trying to retain. And a nice rollover DDT there from Montez. Tag made. Here comes Angelo Dawkins. And the big man, Angelo Dawkins, gets taken down by Kit Wilson. And look at the shots from Kit. And now look at this. Repeated shots to the head. And Angelo Dawkins is not in a good position, ladies and gentlemen. He is in trouble. He hasn't seen the light of day in a minute. And Kit Wilson's going to town. You guys can see the face of Elton Prince busted open right there. Courtesy, I believe, of Montez Ford. But speaking of Montez Ford, he is getting attacked when he's not even the legal man by Kit Wilson. Neckbreaker from one half of Pretty Deadly and a shoulder tackle there. That's impressive of Kit Wilson because Angelo Dawkins is a big guy, and if you're shoulder tackling him like he can do to you and knocking him over, pretty impressive. Nice blows there. And now count of 4. They are right by our announcer's desk. And a collar and elbow tie up. Now Irish whip. Nope. And Montez looking for something here. Looking for a power bomb. And a power bomb on the apron. And now a swing right into the apron again. That is the hardest part of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. So that hurts. And we're at a count of 9. And look at this. Count out victory.
Here are your winners, Elton Prince and Kit Wilson. Pretty Deadly.
Well, Pretty Deadly gets the win, but the Street Profits are still your tag team champions. But we have one more promo in store before the end of the episode. So let's get down to that. And it looks like they didn't notice they don't have the titles. We'll see what this means in the future, I guess. You guys heard our WCW Women's Champion Jade Cargill say she wants to challenge anybody at Money in the Bank for the women's title. Well, I have to agree. So I'm making the GM order that Jade Cargill will be defending her WCW Women's Championship against a mystery opponent in a couple weeks' time at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So make sure you watch it. It's going to be good. It's the first ever joint pay-per-view with SmackDown Live. So who will Jade Cargill's opponent be at that pay-per-view? I don't know. Time will tell. So make sure you stick around and have a great night.